Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Wednesday, January 30th, 2013. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I am Darius Begees. In today's headlines, the Boy Scouts of America prepared to announce changes to their non-gay policy. The Texas Social Media Research Institute hosts an event to inform students about data privacy. Texas Department of State Health Services confirms 12 cases of rabies in the Cross Timbers region since January 1st. Several thousand people are looking for work in Plainview, Texas, after the town's largest employer closed. Officials continue to investigate the fire in a Brazilian nightclub that killed hundreds Sunday. And the MLB investigates players suspected steroid use, as well as today's weather. Now, today's top story. The Associated Press reports that the Boy Scouts of America might give the sponsors of troops the authority to decide if they want to accept gays as scouts and leaders. Gay rights activists were thrilled about the thought of the change, but the leaders of Southern Baptist Convention leaders are upset. Darren Smith, the Boy Scouts of America spokesman, stated that the change could be announced as early as next week after an annual BSA's National Board meeting February 6th. The BSA lost sponsorship from all over the United States due to their non-gay policy. If the change indeed happens, the BSA will gain those other sponsors back, but they may lose the religious section that sponsors huge numbers. Roger Odom, spokesman for the Executive Committee for the Southern Baptist Convention, said they will encourage their churches to support different boys' organizations. In campus news, the Texas Social Media Research Institute's event, Who's Creeping You?, is going on now in the Dick Smith Library in honor of Data Privacy Day. Texas News Service staff writer Alyssa Wynn is at the event live blogging. You can check out the blog at www.texannews.net. In regional news, according to the Hood County News, 12 positive rabies cases have been reported in and around Hood and Parker County since January 1st. All were along the Hood and Parker County line, according to the statistics documented by the Texas Department of State Health Service Infectious Disease Control. There were only 6 confirmed cases in Hood County in all of 2011. The Texas Department of State Health tests animals such as skunks, coyotes, foxes, raccoons, cows, horses, dogs, cats, and bats. And now, today's Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, 2,000 people are out of a job in the small West Texas town of Plainview following the closing of a Cargill beef plant. The closure comes after years of drought forced ranchers to sell millions of animals. Those who are still in business are struggling to maintain much smaller herds. Plainview residents are now left wondering what to do and are worried about what the future holds. More than 300 people gathered this week for a prayer rally. Some of the Cargill employees prayed for rain to end the drought, while others hope that closing will open other opportunities for growth. In international news, investigations to find evidence about the cause of a fire in a nightclub in Brazil Sunday have been largely unsuccessful thus far. However, police think that the pyrotechnics set off the nightclub band was the cause of the blaze. Inspector Antonio Fermenter said it looked like the club's ceiling was covered in insulating foam made from combustible material that ignited. The people in Brazil believe that this tragedy may be a turning point for a country that hasn't paid much attention to the safety and infrastructure. 230 people were killed in the fire as between 1,200 and 1,300 people tried to escape by a single action. In sports, 6 MLB players have recently been caught up in an investigation to suspected use of performance-enhancing drugs. The AP cites an article by the Miami News-Times which reported evidence that Alex Rodriguez, Nelson Cruz, Melky Caballero, Bartolo Colon, Gio Gonzalez of Washington, and Yasmani Grandel of San Diego obtained human growth hormone and other substances from Biogenesis America, LLC, which is now closed. The presiding doctor over the Florida-based clinic at the center of the investigation could not be reached for comment. Local law enforcement agencies have reason to believe the doctors does not have a license to practice and are currently seeking information about them. Meanwhile, each of the suspected users denied all allegations of drug use and awaits the results of the MLB's ongoing investigation. And in weather, today's forecast calls for a high of 51 degrees and a low of 34 degrees with a 0% chance of precipitation. Today's broadcast was produced by Ian Trope, Lisa Wynn, Katie Murphy, Kelly Rumsey, Laura Jaquel, and Rachel Peoples. You can follow Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter. Also check us out at www.texannews.net. I am Adaris Pegues. Tune in tomorrow for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stevensville, Texas.